India as a country is defined by her legends. Legends that have put India on the global map. Luminaries that reside at one iconic destination, the World Towers. A sculptural statement so powerful that it has changed the Mumbai skyline forever. Hello and welcome to Life in the Skies at the World Towers, partnered by ET Now, a special series where we bring to you the inspiring stories of legends that have redefined the very definition of success. Hi, I'm Sumit Lakhotia, and this week I meet one such legend, Rear Admiral Rahul Kumar Shrawat. With an illustrious career in the defences, Rear Admiral Rahul Kumar Shrawat is a leader par excellence. His diverse experience in management, administration, research governance, technical operations and shipbuilding remains unparalleled. Well, Admiral Shrawat, it's a pleasure and an honor to meet you and to speak with you. Thank you for coming on our show. First up, let's start with the very beginning. Now, as a child also, you were living in different places in Hastinapur and other. So how was the childhood upbringing like?
My childhood days I spent in places in Western UP like Lansdowne, which was a hill station. I lived in Hastinapur, which is a historical place. I lived in Haridwar and Meerut, and finally I reached Roorkee. Now, these are small places, and my father was the principal of the government intermediate college, so it was because of his sponsors that we used to move like a Fauji, very often actually. But life was really fun, and during those days, we used to play a lot of games.
Yeah, of course.
My father was very keen that in school and at home, he gave a lot of stress on sports.
Lovely.
He himself was trained during British days, so he had those thoughts in his mind. When I was in Lansdowne, I think living in hills had a deep impression on me. And today when I go back to hills, maybe it is because of that feeling of oneness with the hills that stays with me. Unlike now, I have spent most of my life in Bombay and Delhi, big cities. But my childhood, so I find that striking difference in the school, what happens during days like Independence Day or Republic.
Yes.
So unlike here, where there's a holiday, it used to be a lot of excitement amongst us, that we'll go to school, that there are no studies, there will be only parade, there'll be some lectures on patriotism in the field where the flag hosting will take place. A lot of patriotic songs will be played on the loudspeaker. So I used to really look forward to that, and in the end everybody will get sweets.
Yes.
Okay. So this, I think those occasions were having impact not only me on, in fact everybody else of those who were there, that they will talk of patriotism, people who have given their life for the independence. Or one more thing, I think the entire country also had that kind of flavor, that we have got this hard-fought independence and you talk about.
The zeal was there.
I used to be good in studies and generally the top ranker or second, something like that. So getting into engineering was not very difficult. And I qualified both for Roorkee, which was not IIT during those days. It was University of Roorkee, an independent organization, and All India examination for that. And IIT was in separate examination. I qualified for both, but my father decided that I have to go to, so to say, the Thompson College of Civil Engineering University. So I joined there, and 4 years of my life spent there. 4 years of unforgettable life in the University of Roorkee, now IIT Roorkee.
And Admiral Shrawat, at the engineering college, the last year was when, so to say, the Navy came calling. It was not something that you planned for, but it was such a good fortune, a turn of events. So tell us about that, how that happened.
So one is that you see, because Roorkee was set up during British days to train engineers for British Army, British Indian Army, I would say. So that college still has a lot of lineage of those days. And the facilities, etc., everything, like as if you are already an officer in the army. Like that, those traditions are there. Proper dining hall, sit-down dinner, cutlery, crockery, etc., etc. So that kind of impression was already there in my mind. But I had not imagined that I'll be joining defense service at that point in time. It was not my plan. But in the final year of engineering, third year, somehow the naval officers came to select engineers from the college, and all of us felt that I might as well take it as an experience. So we went for the experience of the interview. I got selected. They selected some 5 of us, and that was followed by the services selection board proper interview. I qualified over there also. So it just so happened in a very natural manner. I didn't plan like that. Navy came, selected, and wow, I started getting pay in my final year.
You trained at the Naval Academy in Cochin. Of course, must have been rigorous training. So take us through that. What was those early days? What were they like?
I would say it was a culture shock for me, certainly, you know. I thought I had been selected to be an officer in the Navy, and the moment we joined, we'll be treated like officers. Oh, it was such a culture shock. And the life was always running. We are not walking, we are always running, as if we are always late. The punishment, like, you know, front roll, roll in the gutter, do this, climb the rope, was at the drop of a hat. And this punishment will continue till late night also.
Oh my God.
So we did not know what has hit us, where have we reached, you know? Have we become officer, or have we become the lowest form of life of a human being? It was very tough, okay. But I think it is all intentional. You know, the services train you to be a man. So it was that training for us. It was very tough, but looking back, I think it is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it made a man out of us.
Well, as they say, you know, to get the finest steel, you have to put it through the furnace. So I think those were the one that set the foundation. And then illustrious 36 years in the Navy. Take us through some of the key moments of your Navy career.
Life? Yeah. So of course I did 3 tenures on board ships, and because I am an electronics engineer, so I was in the electrical branch of the Indian Navy. So I was appointed as electrical stroke weapon maintenance officer on these ships, frontline ships. And as it so happened that they were all made indigenously in India. So I think I'm just saying maybe God was training me to do shipbuilding indigenously later years in my life. So, but it was tough. I would say that life in the Navy has been most, I think, beautiful for me. I can't thank the Navy enough. I can't thank God enough for being so kind. But it is very tough. See, life in services is not easy. It looks from outside glamorous, but the job is very tough. Okay, you have to be professionally very good.
Yes.
You have to be hardworking. You have to be well-meaning, and you have to be a good leader, because you have to lead men. So I have been, very fortunate that I had the opportunity of serving in different appointments. I mean, of course, if you see, to be the Admiral Superintendent of Naval Dock Mumbai is a huge responsibility. It's a prestigious appointment, and it's a responsibility. So I must say, I think it was a big...
with about, I think, 12,000 people under you. So that's huge.
And more people, contractor people come in addition. So it is a huge establishment.
And then after the Navy, you moved on, you were at the Mazagon Docks Limited for a while. And then now currently with the Naval Group. So like what you said earlier, that in a way the career in Navy, in a way kind of like you said, God's direction or whatever you call it, has been training you to get more and more into shipbuilding for the defense of the country. So, but tell us now the current role with, so a little bit at Mazagon Docks earlier and now with the Naval Group. How is it, how is the company also in a way working towards the Atmanirbhar Bharat and the Make in India initiatives of the government? Because defense, of course, is a really important part and you're contributing to that.
Amongst the 3 services, Army, Navy, Air Force, Navy's leadership has been visionary, and it is from the beginning only, in the 60s, that they decided that if Navy has to grow and Navy has to be strong, then self-reliance, Atmanirbharta has to be there.
Right.
So the first thing they did was they acquired the private shipyards for Ministry of Defense. So that is how Mazagon Dock, Garden Reach shipbuilders and engineers in Calcutta, and Goa shipyard. These were acquired by Ministry for the Navy. So Navy decided that we will design ships indigenously in-house and will build indigenously.
Right.
And today, naval design organization has grown very big. So basic design is being done by the Navy and being constructed by Mazagon Dock. So it is a very successful story. A lot of things have happened in that, and I think I was very fortunate to be at the helm of affairs of Mazagon Dock for 5 years.
Now with the Naval Group, I know you're making submarines for the Navy.
Yeah.
So how does that feel? I mean, you know, when you're there and the submarine is ready and it's being ready to be handed over. So just if you could take us through that process a little, just through the mindset, the frame of mind when you're developing something that is going to be such a landmark.
Yeah, so this is a story of combination of Mazagon Dock and the Naval Group, who are the collaborators for Mazagon Dock for making these submarines. Now, making submarine is very tough. It is very different from making a ship. Okay, they say that a submarine is the most technologically complex platform that the man has ever made.
Wow.
Submarine. Okay, so it is tough. Okay, and that is why not many countries are in a position to make submarines. Many countries make ships, but the ability to make submarines is not available with many countries. So to me, it gave a great deal of satisfaction, because the first submarine, Calvary of this program, was launched while I was chairman, managing director of Mazagon Dock. And when a submarine is launched, it is more or less, or it's complete, it only tries are left. So it was, I think, gave me a lot of satisfaction that I was steering it from the top. This is such a vital project for the country and for the Navy. And I think all Indians, all of us can take a lot of pride that we are able to make these beautiful platforms. And not only that, in Mazagon Dock, they also make destroyers, which are large capital ships, and that also are very, very potent. So I think we can take a lot of pride, not me, but all of us, that the country is able to make such potent platforms. And I would say, I give credit to the visionary leadership of the Navy, that they thought that we had to do it at some stage of time. It takes years together. It doesn't happen in a few years. It takes over decades that such a capability is built.
So, Admiral, what would you say is your motivating factor, or maybe some mantra that you live life by?
Yeah, so I think the mantra can only be work hard and play hard. Whatever I am today, if I am able to do good work, is all taught to me by the Navy. Because it becomes your DNA thereafter when you serve in an organization for 36 years. And Navy is all about leadership, about management. But few key features which you say, if you ask me, is about, professionalism, punctuality, and hard work.
What is your leadership style, leadership mantra, or what does leadership mean to you?
I think leadership means compassion. Because it's the men that you are dealing with, and you have to be compassionate towards them, understand them, and you can be, they will give life to you, for you. Because Navy and all armed forces are about that a man should be ready to give their life if you say do it. So if you have to be their leader, you have to have a lot of compassion.
Wow, that's really well put. Well, Admiral, our conversation will continue after this very short break. Don't go anywhere. My conversation with Rear Admiral Rahul Kumar Shrawat continues after this short break, and we'll talk to him about his life outside the boardroom when he's not discussing submarines with his colleagues. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Life in the Skies at the World Towers, partnered by ET. Now I'm in conversation with Rear Admiral Rahul Kumar Shrawat. Sir, let's talk now about your personal life. Now we're here in Mumbai, and you've traveled the world, you've stayed in different parts of the country as well. So what made you choose Mumbai? Why have you made Mumbai your home now?
Yeah, actually, Mumbai has been my karma bhumi. In the Navy, 36 years, I served many appointments in Mumbai. So it was again, this was a God's wish, Navy's wish. We kept coming back to Mumbai. And then 5 years in Mazagon Dock, again we were in Mumbai. And again Mumbai called me in my present appointment. So Mumbai has been my karma bhumi. And second thing I like about Mumbai is it is really large-hearted.
That's true.
As a city. It accommodates everyone. So that is why I love this.
Admiral, in any person's life, family plays a key role. Priceless, invaluable, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your family, how they have been a key part of your life.
Yeah. This is a very important question. In my childhood, as I was saying, that my parents and my brother and sister played a very important role in my life. As I said, I used to go and play together. I still remember my sister would still play football with us, and she once scored a goal. So this was, and when I decided to do engineering, when I decided to join the Navy, there was total support from my parents, other family members. Do whatever you feel like doing. But in the Navy, when I joined and did the 36 years, I think my wife played a very important role. So to say this, she has been a pillar of strength for me, because we used to sail for months together.
Of course. Sure.
And it is a wife who has to look after the children, the home, everything on her own.
Yes.
So she played a very important role in that. And she used to also participate in the naval welfare activities for the families.
That's very
So
important.
she played a very important role. Today my children have grown up, and my son is married, daughter is married. I think I have been very fortunate that they have played a very supportive role, and I think I could not have achieved much if their support and their blessings were not available with me.
While you were serving in the Navy, of course, you spent a lot of time at sea. Now, of course, that part is over. You're leading a different life right now. That time also coming back from sea, coming back home you must have cherished those. Now you're living here at the iconic World Towers. Just your thoughts of why your home is so important to you. If you could maybe tell us a favorite part of your home and why it is your favorite.
Okay. Yeah, so one is that, of course, that when I come back home, it is even today I am leading a fairly taxing professional life. And when I come back home, I really want to unwind and relax.
Yes.
So, of course, and now only me and my wife, we are living here. So, at home now, I find that the deck area in my flat in World Tower, World 1, is really a favorite area for me and my wife. And it is long deck, almost 40 feet, and running. We really love it. We spend a lot of time over there. In fact, during the COVID time, because I was not going out also, we used to, the morning cup of tea is there in the deck, and it continues. We love walking. We love walks, morning walks, and fortunately on the 13th floor here we have a beautiful walking track.
Yes.
It is, I think, more than 400 meters. We go there morning, evening. We love to go there. It's a part of, if we don't go there, we feel as if our day is incomplete.
Very true.
That is, a beautiful amenity. In fact, if we talk of amenity in this complex, we were living in the neighborhood, and it is only March this year that we came in over here. It was only because of amenities that attracted us. We came and have a look at the walking track, the tennis court, the squash court, the works, everything is there. The cafeteria, beautiful. The salon, everything is nice.
you've traveled the world. You've seen some of the world's biggest landmarks, the Empire State Building, Burj Khalifa, Petronas Towers, Eiffel Tower. How do you feel on living in India's icon to the world, which is the World Towers?
I mean, I would say I'm really fortunate that I'm living in a world-class tower, world-class facility, and I said that amenities are really fantastic. And as I said, we are living in a neighborhood area, which was also very good, but I think it was shoulders ahead of the other things. Yes. So it is really iconic tower it is, and the way it is being run is amazing, and I was really delighted that the cafeteria hosted a very fine dining experience for me and a naval couple of friends of mine very recently. Lovely. It was really superb. They did it in great style, and I really felt happy, okay, as if I have come back to the naval, because everything is done in a very stylish manner.
Yes,
so it was like that, and I think it is the complex is very nice. I am now waiting if the saloon, other things are permitted by the government to open, we'll start using that. So to summarize, I think we are very happy. I feel blessed that God has given me this opportunity to live in such a fantastic place.
You were the managing director of the Kailash Satyarthi Children's Foundation for a while. You organized this immensely important and iconic Bharat Yatra.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that and about that cause, about this aspect of your life.
So you see, my meeting or having come in contact with the Nobel Peace Laureate, Shri Kailash Satyarthi, was very kind of a destiny, I would say. It was January of 2015, and I was going to Delhi, and fog in Delhi. So all the flights were disrupted, so we spent a lot of time in the Air India lounge only. And that's where I met him for the first time. And he had just been awarded the Nobel Prize, and so I went and congratulated him. And then we started to know each other, and of course I told him that, someday I would like to devote full time for the cause of social workers, social cause. So that's how I met him. And then after I finished my tenure in Mazagon Dock, he said, why don't you come? And I joined him. We organized the landmark of that year with the foundation was this Bharat Yatra that you were saying. It was for the causes related to children. And what are those causes? It was about child trafficking, child labor, and child abuse. These are the very, I think, burning problems even today. And our aim of Bharat Yatra was to generate awareness. So it started off from Kanyakumari, and it finished in Delhi. And there were times when 7 yatras were running at the same time from Kashmir, from Puri, from Calcutta, from Guwahati, from Chandigarh. Managing itself was a nightmare, but finally we finished, and I would say it was a very humbling or honoring event by the President of India when he hosted the culmination event of the yatra in Rashtrapati Bhavan himself, and he honored all the yatris. Wow. It was a great event.
Before I let you go, Admiral, the people who are watching us, you've lived such an illustrious life, 36 years in the Navy, and now also you're doing such amazing work. Your message to them, your maybe some words, few words of motivation to them, some words of guidance to the people watching.
I think I said earlier also that there is no substitute for hard work. There is no substitute for professionalism. There is no substitute for sincerity and honesty. If you do all these things, good things will automatically happen to you.
Well, Admiral, thank you so much for talking to us. It was an absolute pleasure and an honor to meet you and interact with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sumit, for this wonderful interaction, for giving me this opportunity to share my experiences.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Legends came together to create this iconic landmark against the Mumbai skyline. just as we've been bringing you inspiring stories of legends that strive for nothing less than the finest in life. Next week, same time, same place, we'll bring you another inspiring journey from right here at the World Towers. Until then, goodbye and many thanks for watching.